Good afternoon, Floss Tube. It's Lisa here from the Shady Tree Stitches, and I'm here to bring you my weekly update of my cross-stitching adventures this week. It's been a weird week, but you'll get to see the hang of that. Thank you for joining me. I do really appreciate it, and I am so looking forward to sharing just a little time with you. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I generally just talk about my cross stitch, and I do get pretty much straight down to business. As you can see, it's Sunday afternoon and I'm back in my crafting area to do the filming, which is really good. And I'd like to particularly point out that today is Anzac Day. So that piece there, remember them, that's currently available in the Down the Rabbit Hole digital magazine, is designed just to commemorate today, which is when we in Australia and New Zealand remember our veterans, both past and present. So I hope you've had a appropriate Anzac Day, even with the lack of normal sort of protocols, but I hope you've had a respectful and appropriate time. All right, what have I stitched on? Well, I have actually had a big week at work. I worked so hard that I went to bed by 7 p.m. on Thursday night, and I wasn't too far behind that on Tuesday night. So I have got some days where I only got 69 stitches done, another day with 100, which is not much for me. So I felt like I was really behind. But then I had a couple of good days. I didn't work on Friday and I got a lot of stitching done. So I have covered a lot. I got all my Daily 30 and Magical Stitches homework done for the week. And so I will just show you. My Daily 30 is a stitch in time. And so I worked on this a couple of days this week. I didn't actually make the whole 30 minutes a day because I didn't have time to do this plus other projects. So there's only 320 more stitches in it. But as you can see, it's starting to look like something. That's the top left corner where there is the set of doors. So I'll show you a picture here of what it looks like, and so you can visualize that. And this one I am doing extreme cross country. Now I had a question, and I will explain this here. Is someone asked me, how do you actually do your stitching on a heaven and earth? And they wanted to know about the gridding. So if you see these grid lines, these ones are 10 by 10. And what I do is I take this part here that's just inside the lines. That would be stitch number 1 for the block. So that whole stitch fits inside 10 by 10, and when I hit the next line, it then becomes stitch number 1. So there we go. So that's what I do with these ones. This is my extreme cross country color completion, where I'm trying to do all black first. So I have found that quite inspiring. Dudley has joined us today. Dudley with the nosy nails. I'll get Dudley up to the camera for you. He's a cute puppy dog though. Hi mate, excuse me. Okay, I also did some work on 2 more pieces of my zombie run, because I'm going to go in for the extreme zombie run, and I've got to do 400 stitches on another one tonight. But working on my Maidens of the Season, which is going to get swapped out. And my Maidens of the Season, oh, lost the rest of that needle minder. Anyway, I'll tuck that under there for a moment. I got some work done on the hood. You can see there. And what I'd like to point out to you is that is actually using a toile, that sort of white area. It's meant to be in Whisper White. I didn't want to use Whisper White, so I've been doing it in a toile. I think it's looking quite good. So that's where I'm up to. I've got about 20 more stitches to do on that to reach the goal of 400 for the zombie run. And then she'll be done, and she'll be done for zombie run for a while, because I'm going to switch her out for a stitch in time. I also did a lot of work on my alphabet, 400 stitches, 523 stitches on my alphabet. And it's letter H is where we're up to with alphabet. But I did a lot of work around E and F on all those fancier stitches that you can see there in E and F, and I'm nearly finished F. I've just got to do a little bit more. to get that done. So, and I did some in D too. So all these different types of stitches, it's really fun. I think it's looking really cute. And then I'll keep going down. I'm up to letter I now. So I have to move the kitchen up to do that. And I've already done my Animal Kingdom. So I've got to do 400 on my Fairy Tale Village, complete my zombie run, extreme, and then I've got to do 400 on one of them again. So I don't know which one I'm going to do yet. We'll just see what I feel like during the week, because obviously there's new week's homework to discuss and do, and I will get through them. Okay, so my Once Upon a Fairy Tale I did because it was a piece that has a messy back for magical stitches, and this is where I'm up to with it. I've started on the left hand side of the third shelf, so you can see that archer, and I'm doing a bit of a block completion, just big blocks of colour, not all the confetti. So got a lot of black going up there, and that was because of the the back being messy. So I'll show you my back. I guess it's already up on Magical Stitches. And this is what my back looks like. Heids are not very easy to keep neat. So I did that one because it had a messy back, and that was good. I've got a new plan in my life because Magical Stitches homework doesn't come out till midnight American Central Time, which is about 1 p.m. Monday afternoon Australian time, or sometimes a bit later. So Daily 30 comes out on Friday night Australian time, and I like to double dip them. I can't double dip them when there's like 3 days apart between them. It's like half a week apart. So I've decided that my new plan is for the weekends to work on monthlies and zombie run, and then the weeklies I'll start when Magical Stitches is released. Okay, so therefore there's not a lot of double dipping this week, which added to my stress. I did 303 stitches on Joyeux Noel for something that has an angel in it, and I was able to double dip this one with something that has feet. I also did a lot more work of the 2020 pandemic, because on Monday I was doing battle stitching. So I worked on this one, and I actually did 1,004 stitches on this. And all the green coming down there. Then I got across to the roof of the house, which was much easier for battle stitching. The bonus for Daily 30 was to stitch on a butterfly, so you can see there the beautiful butterfly, and then I finished off the stitches by just doing a bit of colour completing in that corner. So I'm really happy with how this is looking. I'm looking forward to doing more on it, and it's an enjoyable stitch. I also did some work on my Anzac, 558 stitches on Anzac. And I particularly was working down the bottom on that bottom border. So we're nearly at the other edge. You can see I've got a fair way to go up the top, but starting in that bottom border, filling it in, and then I'll continue my way up. This one was because there was a bubble. You could just see that bubble forming around Australia. Something that was see-through for Daily 30. And I did it because it has stars in it. So I did manage to get a couple of double dips. Oh, look, here we go. I had the picture to show you. Silly me, there it is. So you can see that there's stars up here at the top of the bubble, and I thought that that bubble would be see-through and clear. So I am just stitching along here at the moment, heading towards that corner. So that's my Anzac. I had to stitch on something with a pig. Barnyard animals are not really in my repertoire this year. Something I need to think about. But pigs aren't in Amazing Animal Kingdom either. Oh God. It's always the afternoon when I film. So I was going to have to do penalty stitches for it. But then a friend of mine pointed out that Piglet in Disney is a pig. So here's a picture of what this piece looks like. This is my Disney gallery, and here's where I'm up to. Ended up being a very long straight line of brown. I did about 250 stitches on this one, 250 something. So it's not looking like much, but hey, at least it's got another 250 stitches done on it. So that, I think, was all my stitching. Yeah, that was it. So that got me done. And as I said, that was 3,804 stitches. So it actually was an okay week, and it's not over yet. There's still tonight, but I don't have a lot of time. On Wednesday, I actually got that box down, which is the equivalent of my under the bed box, my finished project box. And I went through and I looked at all the projects that are there and worked out, well, how am I going to finish them? Some of them I'm going to put on stretcher bars. Some of them I've got, you know, canvases that I can stretch them over. Others I've got frames. Some will be pillows. Some I'll make into quilts. And then 2 of them I decided I needed to buy frames from. So I put in an order with frameshop.com.au, and they are on their way. They only took 2 days to make them, and then I'll just mount them myself. They come complete with the, you can get sticky or unsticky mounting board, all acid free, and it comes with the glass and the frame for a very reasonable price. So fingers crossed, we shall see what that has to offer. All right, haul, a little bit of haul. I got my latest Silks for You colours, and these are the ones that are just the colour of the month, as in the ones that are their normal skeins. So they just match them together. Look at that variegation in that second one. So 4 beautiful colours to add to my collection. So they're coming in handy. I'm starting to use them more and more, and I'm very excited that the girls are coming on a road trip and going to come to my area. So it'll be nice to get some more Silks for You. And I also got my colours of the month from A Stitch in Time in Tasmania. So we have the next lot of week's dye works, which are all in B's and C's. Goes to Cactus. We've got our B's for the classic colour works, and we've got some B's for the Gentle Arts. So I'm building up my little stash of them. It's really good. Good way to do it. Quite affordable. And then I also got 2 kits, which are Cuore Batikore. So I've got this Christmas one, which is super cute, and that one was Christmas quilt, and then this one is Welcome Friends. So I'm looking forward to adding them to my collection. And they're all kitted up, ready to go. And that's all my stash. So I should have more stash to show you next week because the frames will arrive, and I'm hoping to maybe do a bit of an FFO weekend next weekend, although it's the beginning of May. So the beginning of the months are quite hectic, but we'll see how my week goes. If I don't get called into work, I might be able to do a FFOing day later in the week. Okay, popping in. It's actually tomorrow, but I'm slotting this in here because I realized when I went to publish that I forgot to tell you all about my Maynia plans, and that really, I think, is what this whole video should be about. So I'm jumping in here to tell you my plans for Maynia, because Maynia starts on Saturday. All right, I'm doing no new starts, and therefore I'm doing a whip Maynia. Now, my first Maynia 2 years ago, and apart from the 6 pieces that I'd already been working on, sorry, lawnmower guys, great timing. So apart from the 6 I already had when I started back stitching, then I got another 25 to make 31 projects. So at the end of Maynia, end of May in 2019, I had 31 whips. It's increased a bit since then, but you know, that happens. So last year, I went, right, let's think about Maynia. What do I want to do? And I thought, well, I didn't enjoy starting a new piece each day. To me, that's not enough stitching. I feel like you need to get a good couple of hundred for it to be a whip, and to feel like you get into it, you're excited. I actually don't really enjoy the kitting up. I don't enjoy the starting. I like the progress. So I decided to do the same method, the Blimey Cat sort of method, where I picked the day that I had its birthday from the previous year. I don't remember how many I had, but I didn't have too many left over. I think about half a month's worth, maybe even 9. I'd worked really hard on finishing them. And so I did that, and I added in enough new ones to give me every second day. So this year I thought, right, I'm going to go through and map them out. And I'd like to show you my diary. You see those dates? They're the whips and their birthdays in May. Keep in mind, this is actually the end of May. So we've got 2 in the first week, 2 in the second week, 1 in the third week, 1 in the fourth week, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the last week. So that's not going to work if I want to do the birthday. Plus the 27th, I actually have 2 things on that day. Go figure. Anyway, that's okay. So I'm going to do it similar, where I do 1 whip for 2 days. That's 13 whips, one of which is a zombie run. I've got 3 other zombie runs, so that gives me 16 whips to work on. I think that's great. That's basically 1 every 2 days, except for once when I'll only get 1 day. So who knows which piece that'll be. And I'm going to try and do it based on homework and prompts as much as I can. Hopefully they're nice to us in Maynia. So I have this whole basket which has got all my whips in it. All my whips, all my Maynia ones. So I thought I'd just show you the starting point. My Stitch in Time, which you've just seen, that's going to be a zombie run. So Stitch in Time is going to get 2 days work on the black. So that's where Stitch in Time is for a zombie run. My next big zombie run is my Amazing Animal Kingdom bookshelf. Now, I was asked a question about this the other day. Someone asked, yes, it is indeed an 11 by 17 Q-snap. I like the size for my heights. It's a good size. I can get in, I can do lots of detail. So I've filled in all around here recently. But they asked me which stand do I use. I use my Lowry with the corner clamp. So the corner clamp just clamps on down here, and then I have all the room to stitch with my, or I can use it sideways, and if I'm doing it sideways, it still clamps up there, and then I can get my arm under. So that's what I do. So I do love the Lowry corner clamp for this. And then my third zombie run piece, oh, I didn't bring it. It's because it's the one I'm working on today. It's my Once Upon a Fairy Tale. So that's where I'm up to with this. So those ones will get 2 days love, which will really help out the zombie run and the extreme zombie run for the daily 30. So that will be good. People were asking also about the zombie run. It is a closed group, but it's a challenge group, so you can't get in at it. But if you like the sound of it, the idea is that you're stitching on 4 pieces each month, and you're doing 400 or 200 stitches on each piece in rotation every month. So, all right, my last zombie run piece was actually from the 24th of May, Alphabet Sampler. So I will be continuing to work on this anyway. So it gets a look in Maynia. That's good. Now these ones may or may not get to Maynia, because I need to work on them this month, because they are the Lizzie Kate Winter and Autumn Smalls. So I'm doing the word winter, because I think I've done the rest of them, or maybe not, and autumn. So basically that's where I'm up to in autumn. And can we see winter? And that's where I'm up to with winter. So they might get finished if I work on them this week, if not, they're there ready for Maynia. And they will definitely get done. 2 days stitching on them will knock them over super easily. So that's really good. So it'll be nice to have those ones done. And I think there's 1 or 2 little bits left to do on them before I finish the whole pattern. Okay, these are in no particular order. My 12 days of Christmas. 12 days of Christmas by Design Works. I started this one in 2019 for Maynia on the 31st of May. The gold thread's just getting everywhere. Ooh, come off. And I've done a fair bit, but there's so much to go on this. So this is where it currently is. As you can see, I've done most of the border, most of the filling in to do, and a hell of a lot of the gold thread. So that one will definitely get some love. Okay, next one we've got is Stitches ABC, which is from the 28th. And this one, I've changed a lot of colours, did a bit more of a pastel substitution on a random piece of linen. So that's where we're up to with it. So that definitely needs some love. Oh, those lawnmowers. I don't have time to wait till they're finished. Yes, finish. Oh, yep. And then there's the leaf blower, because, you know, let's just walk along and make noise, just for the sake of walking along making noise. Not really blowing anything, are we? Okay, hopefully that's it. Catch the Wind, which looks like this. I have not done a lot on Catch the Wind, so Catch the Wind currently still looks a bit like a penguin dancing. It's a long way to go on this one. This one's a sell with a friend of mine that I haven't seen for a while, so that's why I haven't worked on it. And when I see her, I might work on it. Okay, Spring House Trio by Waxing Moon Designs. It's really good if I have to do any fast stitching in the month. And again, I've hardly done any of it. I mean, I have, in that I've got one house done, but it's less than a third done. So it'd be good to get a bit more progress done on that. Sorry, didn't put my needlework ABC pad away. I don't want to be losing the patterns now, do I? Done that before. So while we'll find them when they get hidden in their old bag. So it should always be organised. We have Brooks Books Cakes, which looks like this. And I am in March. So March is nearly done, and then I have to decide which way I'm going to go. So lots of pretty cakes there to work on. So the cakes were from the 30th of May, and I forgot to tell you that the Spring House Trio was from the 18th, and Catch the Wind was one of the double-ups on the 27th. Okay, piece I procrastinate about the most. The absolute most. Any of my pieces. Snow Angel from Brooks Books. Procrastinate about it because of the perforated paper. All it is. I mean, I've gotten so far on her. I have no reason to be procrastinating. I mean, she's nearly done. So maybe I get her done in Maynia. Be nice. She'll look beautiful on my tree. And then, so that one was from the 1st of May. That was my first Maynia start ever. All right, also doubling up on the 1st of May from last year was Anzac, the Long Dog Samplers. which if you remember, let me refresh your memory in case you're new and you haven't seen it. I actually had to restart this. So I had done this much, all of Australia and the corner on 40 count. And then I discovered I miscounted, and I figured quite accurately that it was going to take me the same amount of time to restart as it was to just to frog and continue. And I wasn't loving the 40 count, because we all know how much I don't love 40 count. So I restarted down the other side, and this is where it's up to. So it's getting some love this week, and then also in Maynia. So that will be good. So my Anzac, going to be nice. I've got a nice mixture, I feel. I've got some tricky ones, I've got some easy ones. Nice variety. Another easy one. This one is a Raspberry Homecoming. Meant to be on the 8th. I have my photo of the raspberry. Yep, there it is. Raspberry Homecoming. Now, I just saw this stitch the other day, and they've done some really cool stitches to make it special, and I'm liking it. So I just might copy. I can't copy totally, because what they've done is they've done like different leaf stitches for this part of the tree, mine crosses, but they've done some fancy stitches for the barn, for the hay in the barn. So I'm definitely going to copy that idea. And instead of stitches in the berry bushes, they did beads. So I'm going to think about that. Oh, sorry. So that's where my Raspberry Homecoming's up to. So that will be good to get some more done on that. And I do like stitching on these ones, so that will be enjoyable. All right. There is one that I can't find at the moment. I mean, it's round. That's my herb garden, and it's Mill Hill from the 10th. So here's a picture of the pattern, and here's a picture of where I'm up to on it. So I haven't done a lot on it because, again, it's the perforated paper. I just don't love the perforated paper. And then the last one, that's beautiful, and I don't know why I put it off. From the 4th, may the 4th be with you, we have my Chinese garden mandala from Chatelaine. I mean, it's glorious, it's luscious, it's gorgeous and beautiful, and it just needs some love. And I just never love it. I do love it. I think I'm intimidated. And there's no reason for me to be intimidated. I can do it all. So this is where we are at. So I've got a long way to go, but no reason to not go there. And I mean, I spent so much kitting it up that, you know, I need to get it done. I need to get onto it. All right, so that, people, is my Maynia plans, and I will look forward to sharing them with you. I will probably do vlog style again for Maynia like I normally do after the initial video to end off this week, which hopefully will be with Jenny. And then I will do a Maynia vlog style for May, keep you up to date on how I progress. All right, we're returning you to the regular video now. Okay, the giveaway. I'm still waiting to hear back from the people. So this is the last time I'm going to call out for you, and then I'm going to do a redraw. One woman's work. You're currently sitting in prize of these. So you need to message me at shadytreestitches@gmail.com and tell me what your postage address is so I can post them off to you. And the other one is Kathy Williams. You've got all the autumn ones. So you need to let me know. And then thirdly, we've got the Native American lady, African lady from last week. I still haven't heard from you either. So I have commented on people's comments that they've won. So please check and if not, I will do a redraw for those ones next week. All right, quick bit of Chatelaine designs. It's only a quick bit, so you probably don't really need to run away, but if you want to, that's fine. I'm going to do some dyeing this week. I'm going to put some more things up on my Etsy shop. There's quite a few things on there, and I'm looking forward to getting some more colors done. I need to do some more dyeing for JK's cross stitching, so there's need of me to do dyeing. And today I went to my real stitching meetup with my friends in the area, and I'm very, very excited to show you the first time as a real stitch thing, one of my designs that I've designed. It's a advent calendar for Christmas. And this one called Christmas Down Under. And the idea is that you stitch the advent calendar with the numbers. So this is the actual calendar part. Can I get that to stick on here as well as I could with the board? I used my board. So you can see it's got the cutest little kangaroo up the top and a super cute koala. And then the idea is that you've got 24 different emblems, which my model stitcher is still stitching for me, to attach to this. So I'm going to quilt this up as an FFO backing board, and then we're gonna, she'll get me the little bits, and then I'll be able to actually take a proper photo. But this pattern is available on my Etsy and my Facebook group, so if you like it and you'd like an Australian advent calendar, then I thoroughly recommend Christmas Down Under. It's a simple stitch, very limited back stitching, lots of full stitches and beautiful bright colors, just like I like. Okay, so that is my Chatelaine Designs update. Thank you. I've also been able to do some work on the postage. I think I've finally found a system that's a little bit cheaper for you, so that will make it more affordable to buying fabrics. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing what you guys have come up with when I watch your floss tubes, or if you're someone without a floss tube, it's great that you want to listen to me for a little while. I do want to give one last plug. There's quite a few people out there who are trying to get to the 1,000 subscribers club. So if you're not subscribed, can you please subscribe, tell your friends, press like, because when we get to 1,000 subscribers, then YouTube lets us do a lot more things. In particular, I'm really keen to be able to use the going live option. I think that will be really helpful and show you guys some different things. So pretty please pass the word. I will really appreciate it. All right, until I see you, there'll be a homework video coming out tomorrow, and then after that there'll be a monthly video coming out sometime later in the week, and then I'll see you for the regular floss tube next weekend. So have a great week of stitching, everyone.